suspects until they are charged.
And doubt has been cast on the economic benefits of the high-speed rail link HS2. It's already more than £3 billion over budget. And more on that story now. Richard Gatesford has been to meet residents in Buckinghamshire who are worried about the impact of the high-speed project.
With a high-speed railway line planned within sight of her garden, Jackie Carruthers can understand why no one's been to look at her house since she put it on the market more than a month ago.
We're just in limbo. We can't do anything. We can't move on. We can't plan. We don't know if we're going to sell the house or whether we're going to be stuck here for another 25 years.
The uncertainty over the plans and their impact is unsettling local communities in this beautiful part of England.
Well, if you recognise this place, it's because it's one of the villages they filmed Midsummer Murders in. And yet, with High-Speed Railway 2, this line that's going to cut right through the Chilterns, the government's come up with a plot that's scaring villagers much more than any TV drama could.
A decade of construction is what they face, with massive camps housing thousands of workers in the fields around. In its report, the National Audit Office expresses reservations about the business case for the line.
It almost feels as if the government want to push this through regardless of the evidence that's laid out.
The National Audit Office is asking the government to do a better job of demonstrating value for money and the potential for jobs and growth.
We're joined now by the Transport Minister, Simon Burns. This report does make your department sound quite amateurish, doesn't it?
No, it doesn't. The trouble with the report is that it is making conclusions in May 13 based on a business case that was produced 18 months ago, and a lot has happened and moved on since then, so that it's outdated figures.
So have you found this £3 billion then that you still need?
No, we don't recognise that there is a £3 billion deficit or black hole. That is a figure they've come up with. We don't recognise it. This is being properly costed. It has been constantly reviewed on cost grounds to make sure that we don't have a black hole.
So you just think they're wrong?
I believe that what they have done is they have produced a report on outdated information that is no longer relevant, and we are constantly updating, and we will be publishing later this year.
Although what is worrying then? I mean,
case.
if you accept... So if this report had come out 18 months ago, it would have been bang on, absolutely right, because it would have got exactly the right data from your department, which is also worrying if that is the case.
Well, no, because they wouldn't have been able to produce the report 18 months
no,
ago on that data.
Yes,
that
that's
data
hypothetical. But the point being that 18 months ago, if what you're saying is right, the business cause for HS2 was virtually not there. The fact that the timetable for 2016-17 is challenging. The fact that shorter journey times doesn't really translate into economic boost for the regions. These are all the things that the report is saying. So 18 months ago, that was true.
No, because, first of all, the timetable for beginning the actual work on the first phase in 2016-17 is on time. The legislation is being introduced into Parliament this year, and will, well, one of the bills, the paving bill, will complete its phases later this year. The hybrid bill, which always takes longer, will be completed in 2015. But it isn't simply a question of shorter journey times. What is crucial for the economic regeneration of this country, particularly parts of the north of England, and why High Speed 2 is a regeneration project as well, is that the capacity on the West Coast Main Line in particular will be full by 2025, and we have got to do something to release capacity to ensure that more passengers, because the demand is going up on passengers each year, we estimate by about 3%, is available, so that you get more passengers and you can get more freight off our congested roads and onto the railways.
Yeah, which is going to take a good 20 years to happen.
Well, the first phase is by 2026, and as you rightly say, the second phase by 2032. This is a major project. It cannot be done overnight for obvious reasons, and we are doing it methodically, carefully, keeping strict controls on the processes.
So you've learnt from the West Coast Main Line fiasco, which was an absolute shambles and cost the country more than £50 million because they didn't include inflation in their pricing.
Yes, we have always accepted that what happened on the West Coast Main Line was totally unacceptable.
But it's the same people working...
No, it's not.
So you've got new people working on this.
No, you're making a misunderstanding. The West Coast Main Line was about the process of franchising. This is about the process of building a high-speed railway, and the people who are on the High Speed 2 project are not the same people that do franchising.
Right,
They are very good.
Well, let's hope you're right. We'll be, I'm sure, talking to you again.
OK, thank you very much.
Over the next 20 years. Simon, thanks very much.
Thanks.